Hey everybody, let's continue with planting our herbal kiddie pool garden. Let's take a look at the players here. First of all, I have some black cherry clones, and you'll remember these from a prior video. Anyway, these were done on 6/1. It's now 6/16, so we're going to do that one and then that one over there. If you're going to do tomatoes in the kiddie pool garden, I stress that you probably want to do cherry varieties or small fruited varieties. You don't want to do the big ones. They get too big. I did corn last year in the kiddie pool. They got 12 feet tall. They fell over. It was a mess. Staking inside the kiddie pool gardens isn't very easy to do. Next one I got, and this has been sitting around on my patio for a while, is flat Italian parsley. I don't need to know what country this stuff comes from. I think that's marketing. Anyway, this is from Bonnie, and you can see I've set these things in here ready to go. Now, not to say that you can't just do herbs, you can do flowers. Look at triploid coleus. This is one I found down in the ground. It's a volunteer 3-sided triploid. So he's a houseplant, so you could do that in here, but in this case we're just doing herbs. So let's look at the next one. This is sweet marjoram. Got the date on there. And again, I've sunk the pot. Italian oregano. Okay, so we do need to know what country this oregano is from, apparently. Lemon thyme. Now, one of the reasons for the plant tags is to figure out which thyme you've got, because there's more than one thyme. There's woolly thyme and creeping thyme. And anyway, black cherry we already did. Green oregano as opposed to purple or pink or orange. I don't know. I think most oregano is green, but that's going to take over the pot on the surface, and the tomato's going to be able to handle it. Okay, oregano is like mints are aggressive. If you plant oreganos, make them by themselves or plant them in their pots. We're not going to do that. French thyme. Oh, we got to figure out where this thyme comes from. He comes from France. No, it's just thyme. Regular thyme. Oh, what's this? Tarragon from Mexico. Doubtful. Doubtful it's from Mexico. Anyway, I think this is marketing when they put in these names. Okay. Sage. It says garden sage. There's lots of different types of sage. Most of them are edible, but this is the one that you're going to use in a turkey recipe or making something. Anyway, that's everybody we got. We've sunk them in there. Let's go ahead and let's plant a few, and I want to show you something. If you're doing organics, you can mix a lot of your organics, your compost or your compost tea into the soil later, okay, on the surface application. If you're doing just potting soil and you do nothing but potting soil, let me show you what to do with the, where'd you go? Oh, there it is. The Osmocote. Okay. So you're going to find a plant, and this must be a one that already has the Osmocote in there. You can see they put very little in there. Anyway, when you're doing a, whether this is a quart or what we call a 3-inch pot, what you want to do is pour out a little bit of this Osmocote, okay, and I use the lid, and then I use a 3-finger pinch, 1, 2, 3. So it's not 2 fingers or a thumb and a finger, it's 3 fingers. I go down and grab what I can get with 3. And where is it? Okay. And then I sprinkle it onto the soil evenly at the bottom of the hole. It's like salting eggs. Have you ever had eggs that doesn't have any salt? Ugh. Have you ever had salted eggs where you put way too much salt on and all you can taste is clumps of salt? So you don't want the stuff to clump up. You don't want to use too much. Okay? And then plant tag goes near the thing. And then this is going to take 2 hands to do this. So I'm going to set the camera down for a second. And you can get a view of the cup of Osmocote. Anyway, I'll get my hand back in a second. Alright, here we go back. Here are the roots from our clone. These were little tiny slips. And look at the earlier video where we took mother plant slips, little cutted branches, and then put them in the potting soil and then potted them on, and they're ready to go in about 11 days, but it's been 16 days. So now gently, hold on, put that in. Now we're going to water that in a little bit. I'm not going to do every one. I just wanted to show you one. The 3-finger pinch is a general rule. I'm going to go ahead and get these all done, and then we'll come back when they're done. Okay, everybody, I've gone ahead and planted these. And one of the neat things about this whole system is that the bags are modular. They have handles on them. You can carry these different places. So you can arrange these in your pool, and if later you don't like the way that they're arranged, like some are growing taller or you want to move them around, you just pick them up and you move them around. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll place them in there. So look, handles. Again, these were mostly full when I started, and they've already started settling. They were about 1 inch from the top, and now they're about 2 inches from the top. I've put my labels facing outwards, and there's one. Hi, fish. Look how green the water is. Haha, it's kind of like the green juice that I drink. Yes, similar greenness for the plants and myself. Okay, here comes the next one. I got a tarragon, it's a little tall. Let's put that in the back. 2. Now, a word about the kiddie pool is you want this level or very close to level. If you do this on a slant, some bags are going to dry out faster than others. My deck is almost flat, so it's good enough. Okay, here comes 3. And realize I know the tomatoes are going to get big, so why don't we put the oregano on the edge and the tomatoes towards the center. Alright, you can flap these handles down. You won't need those for a while. Ideally, these bags are good for a season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons. I have some other ones that I used last year that I got the soil out of. It was a chore, and then I kind of washed them off. Anyway, again, and there's 3. And later, I'm going to add yet another one, and we'll do either 1 in the middle, or we'll do 5 around in a circle. But there you have it. You have the planted pots in the recyclable Walmart shopping bags. Oh, strike that. These are Menards shopping bags. And then the last thing to do before you leave is to actually water these in pretty good. Now watch this. I'm just going to get some water from the kiddie pool with the koi in it. Then I come over here and I just pour that on there. And I'm going to do that for everybody. You want to give them a pretty good soak. The neat thing about these breathable bags is that once you hydrate the potting soil medium, they're going to wick water out of the kiddie pool. So I'm going to fill that up to 2 inches when I finish watering. And then from the bottom, these new breathable pots are going to wick water out of the pool up to the plants. So you're not going to be top watering. If you want to do some fertilizer and organics and you want to water it in later, that's one thing. That's feeding. It's not hydrating though. When you're hydrating, you let the pool wick the water up. So you're going to put 2 inches of water down here. It's going to be over here, and I'll draw a line later. Yes, I didn't draw the line because it's wet and raining. But we're going to fill this up with 2 inches of water and let that draw down. And then when it's empty, we're going to let it go one more day, and then we're going to fill it up to 2 inches again. And that's all you do. Okay, so we'll get into fertility issues down the line. Make sure you water your pots well to get that wicking action. I'm going to go ahead and water all of these. You can see that my labels are facing outwards. And this is the Herbal Kiddie Pool Garden. We'll do one more shot with the water in there, okay? Okay, so I've watered all of this quite well, and I want to thank the rain for assisting. All the water that's in this pool today came from rain, so I got about 3/8 of an inch or maybe 1/4 inch of water. I'm just going to go ahead and dump water in here. Now this is just filtered water. You know, I go pay 39 cents or something a gallon for this stuff. So it's gotten the chlorine, a lot of the heavy minerals Once I get this established, though, I won't do that anymore. I'm just going to use tap water from then on out. As usual, talking about the tap water, I'm going to put it in one of these buckets, you know, and I'm going to let that just sit around for about 24 hours, and that's going to get the chlorine out. The chlorine is going to gas off. What I don't want to do is put chlorine into my kiddie pool along with the municipal water supply. If you have well water or rainwater is ideal, you know, that you can use straight. If you have reverse osmosis water, that's pretty darn good. Anyway, I told you that I thought I was going to use 6 gallons of water in here. Now realize I'm filling this up, and the new breathable pots in the form of a reusable shopping bag are now sucking water up. Okay, you water the top and hydrated, but the rest of the potting medium is now sucking things up. So I'm going to try to fill this up to 2 inches on this edge. You're going to find out it's not going to happen because the pots are actually starting to do their job. And that's going to water the plants. One thing about these breathable potting mediums is that plants in their roots take up what we call water vapor. So what we want is a mixture of atmosphere, yes, that's the sky, okay, atmosphere plus water in the pore spaces. And this is why I don't want you to pack the soil down too much. In the pore spaces of the soil forms water vapor, and this is what roots take up. Roots do not take up water like sipping through a sippy straw. That's not what happens. Plants take up water as water vapor. So in these loose mediums with lots of pore space that you didn't pack down, right? I wish you don't pack that stuff down. It's really quite an error. Is water is forming water vapor with the atmosphere and the water content, and that's what roots take up. And if there's nutrient in there, all the more better they're going to grow with the nutrient. So I estimated that it was going to take 6 gallons. We're at 5 gallons now. I got 1 more to go. And then I got to go to the store and get more water. Okay, so this is the last one. And you can see that the water, with the bags wicking and everything, is just about 2 inches. I didn't measure it, I guesstimated it. This is the same way we do cooking once you've done cooking for many years. You don't measure ingredients anymore. So I want to say that's about 2 inches. And there we go. We've got 4 bags in the Herbal Kiddie garden. We're going to do 1 more later. I'll do a Walmart shopping bag for contrast. And we'll do updates from time to time and show you how easy it is to take care of this garden and how productive it is. You're going to be amazed at how much more productive this system of gardening is over regular gardening in the dirt. One thing is you don't have to guess about the water level or how much water to put in here. You put in 2 inches, you let it evaporate, you wait a day, and then you do it again. How easy is that? Now you can't say that for a dirt garden. Okay, whether it's raised beds or farm crops, you never know how hydrated the soil is until you put your hands in it and you dig down a couple inches. This way, we never have to do that. Okay, it's very easy to overplant, or overwater and underwater dirt crops, but not the kiddie pool garden. Now realize, if a child can hold a watering can, you know, and dump it into the pool, a child can manage 2 inches of water in here if you do it right. A 2-year-old can manage this once mom and dad set this up. So this is a great little project for mom and dad and all of the kids. And if you need fresh herbs for the kitchen, here they are. Got my oregano. I'm going to have some cherry tomatoes. I've got my Italian, my Mexican, and my English. All these different herbs are ready to go, and they just got settled in, so it's going to be about a week before things change, but we'll take a look then in about a week, and we'll do an update. All right, this is Matthew, Gardens of the Globe, wishing you well, and plant it forward, and this is the Herbal Kiddie Pool Garden. Thank you for watching. I've